Houston, Texas, how are we feeling? So good to see y'all, so good to be back. My name is William Beckmann, I'm from Del Rio, Texas. For those of you that don't know, we're doing a charity tour. It's called Las Posadas, Hope for Uvalde. Del Rio's only a couple towns away from Uvalde, so I feel very connected and tied to the community there. And we wanted to do something that was going to bring awareness and help raise a little bit of money for families affected by the tragedy back in May. So that's what we're all here for. That's why y'all are here. Thank you for contributing and for believing in what we're trying to do here. It's going to be real fun. We're going to do Christmas songs, a couple of mine, and then a couple American standards. But thank y'all so much for being here.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be good of cheer. It's the most wonderful time of year. It's the happiest season of all, with those holiday greetings and gay happy meetings when friends come to call. It's the happiest season of all. There'll be parties for hosting, marshmallows for toasting, and caroling out in the snow. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Marshmallows for toasting and caroling out in the snow. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time, oh the most wonderful time, yes the most wonderful time of the year. Oh. Thank you. Thank you so much. One of my favorites, one of my favorites.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. Yeah, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. You got something for us, Nick? Dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Oh, be white. All right. Thank you. Thank y'all so much. We're going to play a little country song. We haven't completely forgotten about the country music. We're going to do one or two. This is a Merle Haggard song. I've always loved this song. He's one of my favorite songwriters and country singers. But this is a little tune, a very famous song called If We Make It Through December. If we make it through December, everything's gonna be alright, I know. It's the coldest time of winter, and I shiver when I see the falling snow. If we make it through December, got plans to be in a warmer town come summertime, maybe even California. If we make it through December, we'll be fine. I got laid off down at the factory. Their timing's not the greatest in the world. Heaven knows that I've been working hard. I wanted Christmas to be right for Daddy's girl. And I don't mean to hate December. It's meant to be the happy time of year. But my little girl don't understand why Daddy can't afford no Christmas here. we make it through December, everything's gonna be alright. I know, I know, I know, I know. It's the coldest time of winter, and I shiver when I see the falling snow. If we make it through December, got plans to be in a warmer town come summertime, maybe even California. If we make it through December, we'll be fine.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. Y'all having a good time? Thank y'all so much again for being here. It means the world to us. This song is another famous Christmas song. The version that we learned is a Dean Martin version. He's probably my favorite out of the Rat Pack, just because he kind of seemed like the funnest one to be around, the one that kind of stay up the latest. And that's kind of like me in the group, I think. I don't know. It's like Dino, he said, you know, I feel sorry for you people that don't drink, because when you wake up in the morning, that's as good as you're going to feel all day. This song's called Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow, but I like just calling it Let It Snow because it's easier to say.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, the fire is so delightful. Since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Man, it doesn't show signs of stopping. I brought me some corn for popping. Lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow. And when we finally kiss goodnight, how I'll hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. And the fire is slowly dying. My dear, we're still goodbying. As long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, I'll hate going out in the storm. But if you really grab me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. And the fire is slowly dying. And my dear, we're still goodbying. As long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Alrighty. Thank you. Thank y'all so much. Oh yeah, this is a good one too. I'd like to dedicate this song to anybody who puts up their Christmas lights and leaves them up all year round. Everybody's got that one neighbor. And this song goes out to them. It's called It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas. All the time.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere you go, take a look at the 5 and 10. It's glistening once again with candy canes and silver lanes that glow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store, but the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door. A pair of Luke Casey boots and a pistol that shoots is the wish of Bonnie and Ben. Dolls that'll talk and go for a walk is the hope of Janice and Jen. And Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school to start again. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere you go, there's a tree in the Grand Hotel and one in the park as well. A sturdy kind that doesn't mind the snow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the bells will start, and the thing that'll make them ring is the carol that you sing right within your heart. Beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store, but the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door. Yes, it's Christmas once more. All right. Y'all give me 1 second. I thought I was off the hook from playing guitar on this tour, but I was wrong. They do make me play a couple. I'm going to play y'all a little song. This is a song that I wrote. It's called Love Me Baby, and I never recorded it or did anything with it just because it is kind of more of a crooner kind of a song, not really a country song, so I was never really sure how to put it on an album. But I really do hope you enjoyed it. One of my favorite songs to play, and yeah. By the way, this leather guitar strap is about the only evidence that we were ever in a country band before this. All right. Baby, love me until your heart can't love anymore. Touch me, baby, kiss me like you did in New York. The music on the radio makes me wanna dance with you. So darling, let me hold you close and lead you through this symphony tune. Just love me, baby. Love me until your heart can't love anymore. Touch me, baby. Kiss me like you did in New York. I'm falling for you head over heels. Oh, I just wanna hold your hand. Won't you show me how it feels to be the world's luckiest man? Just love me, baby. Love me until your heart can't love anymore. Touch me, baby. Kiss me like you did that one night in New York. Music on the radio makes me wanna dance with you. So darling, let me hold you close and lead you through this symphony tune. Just love me, baby. Love me until your heart can't love anymore. Touch me, baby. Kiss me like you did in New York. Love me, baby, that's all you've gotta do. Love me, baby, oh, and I will love you. Yes, it's true. Thank you. Y'all give it up for my band. They're fantastic musicians, and I'm very privileged to be working with them. They're gonna go ahead and go backstage and drink a little bit of whiskey and leave me up here all by my lonesome. Here's a little song about drinking whiskey. For the record, I'm 27 years old. I feel like I have to tell people that before I sing this song because I've gotten awfully sick and tired of answering that question after the shows. But I wrote this song when I was 19 years old, so I wasn't old enough to be drinking no bourbon whiskey back then. But it took me a long time to come around to cutting it on a record, and I'm glad I did. I guess I wrote it when I was so young, and I'd play it for people, and people would just say, "Man, you just don't look like you'd be singing this song. It's kind of hard to believe you." And I was like, "All right, yeah, I mean, I can see that. Well, maybe I ought to wait a couple years, and maybe I'll put it on a record then." And I came to the realization that I'm not going to grow a beard anytime soon, so it's just gonna, you know what? Let's just put it on a record, call it a day. So that's what we did. It's my biggest song. It's a song that people like to sing along to when they come out to the shows. There's a little tune of mine called Bourbon Whiskey. Well, you said it's over. Our love is dead and gone. I don't know where it went wrong. But honey, I won't complain if you decide to leave. So go on, walk out that door and don't worry about me. I will be drinking bourbon whiskey all night long with my friends to keep me company. And darling, you won't be on my mind at all, because I'll be busy drinking bourbon whiskey. Pack your belongings and go back to Cleveland. Forget about me and enjoy your freedom. Just don't call me to say you're sorry and you miss me, because I won't listen. No, I'll be drunk off bourbon whiskey. Ain't that right? Houston, Texas. I will be drinking bourbon whiskey all night long with my friends to keep me company. And darling, you won't be on my mind at all, because I'll be busy drinking bourbon whiskey. I will be drinking bourbon whiskey all night long with my friends to keep me company. And darling, you won't be on my mind at all, because I'll be busy drinking bourbon whiskey. I'll be busy drinking bourbon whiskey. Down at the Mucky Duck, I'll tell you. Thank you. So I just put a record out not too long ago, and that last song is a song off that record, and this next one is as well. And I'd met somebody earlier in the crowd tonight who'd mentioned Brackettville, Texas. I'm not sure where you are, but I'd like to dedicate this song to you. Of course, I grew up in Del Rio, and there's a tiny little town in between Uvalde and Del Rio, and that's Brackettville, Texas. And it sits exactly 30 miles away from Del Rio. And I've always sort of loved small towns. I grew up in a small town, and I've always sort of been infatuated with small town America. And every time we're on the road and we go through these tiny little towns, I like stopping at a cafe and just kind of experiencing it for a little while. But I kind of came up with this love story about these two young kids who fall in love, but they live a town away from each other. And I kind of picked Brackettville as the town to base it off of, just because whenever I'm off of the road, my whole family still lives in Del Rio, so I try to make time to go visit them and go to my hometown. And coming out of San Antonio, you hit Highway 90 West, and it's a straight shot. It's a very easy drive, about a 2.5-hour drive.
But I swear that last home stretch, when you from Brackettville to Del Rio, it's only 30 miles, but I swear it takes longer than the whole rest of the trip. And and so I kind of started thinking about how interesting it'd be to write this story about these two kids and how those 30 miles can feel like such a long distance to go and see somebody when in reality it's really not all that far. But anyway, there's a little song I came up with, and I hope y'all enjoy it. It's called 30 Miles. There's 30 miles between you and I, but I'll still meet you in the dead of night. I'll drive right through that uneasy rain if it means I'll get to see your face again. And if you sing your favorite melody, you'll keep me in this dream I'm living in. Go ahead and laugh at me. Tell me how you think I'm innocent. I'll tell you how I think your heart is wild. No one has to know about us. These towns are way too small to trust. So lock me away inside your room and we can do whatever we want to. And if you sing your favorite melody, you'll keep me in this dream I'm living in. Go ahead and laugh at me. Tell me how you think I'm innocent. I'll tell you how I think your heart is wild. But I don't want to go back to the town where I belong. I want to stay with you till dawn and listen to you sing that same old song that goes like da 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 da. There used to be 30 miles between you and I, but then you moved away and we had to say goodbye. It broke my heart in so many ways. I often find myself looking back on the days when you sang your favorite melody. Oh, what a beautiful dream that I was living in. I miss you making fun of me, telling me you thought that I was innocent. I told you how I thought your heart was wild. Oh, I miss those 30 miles. Those 30 miles on. Thank you. See if I can make this thing work. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. There we go. Sorry, it's funny. You have to have a different key for every different. You have to have a different harmonica for every key you play in, and sometimes I lose track of them. But anyway, if you brought yours, this one's in the key of G. Yeah. Don't chip your tooth, too. I've done that. This next song's a funny song. I'll kind of tell you the story. I'm not sure. So there's a Houston boy. His name's Carlton Anderson. Very good friend of mine. Fantastic singer-songwriter. And he lives up in Nashville, and I live part-time up in Nashville. And we write songs together all the time. And we both have publishing deals with Warner Brothers, and so basically what that means is, they'll fly me up to Nashville. I'll stay over there for a couple weeks, and they just set you up with different writers to collaborate with. Sometimes you know them and you're friends with them, and sometimes you're meeting them for the first time, which is kind of weird. It can be like a lot of first dates, but you never know. I've written really great songs with complete strangers, and I've written really bad songs with some of my closest friends. So you can't never really judge a book by its cover. You just have to work with everybody that they set you up with. And this particular day, I was writing with Carlton, who's a friend of mine, and like I said, he's a Houston boy, and I'm from Del Rio. And then we were writing with this third guy that I'd never met before. He's from Alabama. His name's Mike Walker. Now, Mike and I are real good buddies now, and he's one of the funniest guys, honestly, I think I've ever met. But Mike is him and I are buddies now, but at the time I didn't know him. We were meeting each other for the first time, and he walked in the room, and I guess he'd already kind of known Carlton, and he'd heard of me or looked me up and knew that I was from Texas, and he's like, "Oh my God, I'm writing with 2 Texans today," and I kind of looked at him and was like, "Hell yeah," as Texans do, right? A lot of pride. And he's like, "Well, y'all must love George Strait." And I was like, "Hell yeah." I was like, "Who is this guy? Come on, George Strait. Of course we do. You don't have a choice, man. Everybody loves George Strait." He's like, "Well, you know what my favorite George Strait song is?" And I said, "Which one?" He goes, "All My Exes Live in Texas." And I was like, "Yeah, that's like one of his biggest songs." But every George Strait song is one of his biggest songs. So, and he's like, "Well, man, I've had this idea kicking around for a long time, and I've pitched it to a bunch of different people, and everybody shoots it down. Nobody likes this idea, and I think maybe y'all ought to be y'all could be the perfect people to write it with, because y'all are from Texas. But I've wanted to write a song loosely based off of All My Exes Live in Texas, but I want my song to be called All My Exes Still Make Me Breakfast." And I said, "Brother man, Alabama," I said, I think I know why people shoot that idea down, because it's kind of stupid and corny. But you know what? I'm in a good mood, and I think that we'll go ahead and write this song with you. He's like, "All right, great." He's like, "Because I need y'all's help, because I just know the big cities in Texas. I don't know the small towns, and I can't write this song by myself." I said, "All right." So we wrote this song in like 15 minutes. But anyway, it's just a little tongue-in-cheek kind of song. I hope y'all like it. Kind of loosely based off of true accounts, but not entirely. I used to couch surf a lot, folks. Bear with me now, man. Well, all of my exes still make me breakfast whenever I pass through town. I've got a honey in Houston, squeezes fresh orange juice, and she makes my mimosas to go. Got a young senorita, makes the best huevos and chorizo, south side of San Antonio. They keep on cooking, so I keep on coming. They offer it up and I'm down. 'Cause all of my exes, they still make me breakfast whenever I pass through town. Got a girl in New Braunfels, yeah, she butters my waffles. She makes me the best cup of joe. Got a weirdo in Austin, she makes a hippie concoction. It's green as the grass in her smoke, and it's terrible. They keep on cooking, so I keep on coming. They offer it up and I'm down. Oh, and all of my exes, they still make me breakfast
whenever I pass through town. Oh, pass it on through town. It's my favorite part, because it's kind of true. I've got a diva in Dallas, yeah, she lives in a palace. She can't cook, so she orders it in. And a cutie in College Station, she makes me scrambled eggs and bacon, just like her mama did. Don't ask me how I know that. They keep on cooking, so I keep on coming. We offer it up and I'm down. Oh, and all of my exes, they still make me breakfast whenever I pass through town. All of my exes, they still make me breakfast whenever I pass through town. Hey, for the record, it all evens out, because all my exes still ask for free tickets to the concerts, and I always give them to them. Most important meal of the day, folks. Let's do a cover song. Let's do something fun. Here's one that I've been playing lately. I still can't really pick it the right way it's supposed to, but I mean, Lyle Lovett's kind of hard guy to cover anyway, so. Lord, if I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. And if I had a pony, I'd ride him on my boat. And we could all together go out on the ocean, said meet up on my pony on my boat. And if I were Roy Rogers, I'd sure enough be single. Couldn't bring myself to marry an old Dale. It'd just be me and Trigger, go riding through the movies. We'd buy a boat and on the sea we'd sail. Lord, if I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. If I had a pony, I'd ride him on my boat. And we could all together go out on the ocean, said meet up on my pony on my boat. Well, the mystery masked man was smart, got himself a Tonto, 'cause Tonto did the dirty work for free. But Tonto, he was smarter, and one day said, Kimosabe, kiss my ass, I bought a boat and I'm going out to sea. Oh, and if I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. If I had a pony, I'd ride him on my boat. And we could all together go out on the ocean. I said meet up on my pony on my boat. If I were like lightning, I wouldn't need no sneakers. I'd come and go whenever I would please. Not scare 'em by the light post, not scare 'em by the shade tree, but I would not scare my pony on my boat out on the sea. Oh, and if I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. And if I had a pony, I'd ride him on my boat. And we could all together go out on the ocean, sit and meet up on my pony on my boat. Sit and meet up on my pony on my boat.
Thank you. I released a little waltz on this last record, and it's the only waltz I think I've ever written that I can think of. But it talks about Acuna, which is a town that borders my hometown. And I wrote this song a while back, and I wrote it about I didn't write it about this place, but I sort of envisioned it all taking place at this famous bar in Acuna called the Corona Club. And I'm sure some people have been there a time or two. You might not remember it, but you've been there. It's also really famous because of Desperado, the movie. A lot of that movie takes place there in that bar. And anyway, so I kind of always envisioned that place when I was singing the song, and it's just a sweet love song. It talks about a girl walking into a bar, and we lock eyes and dance the night away and live happily ever after. Kind of like El Paso by Marty Robbins, but without the dying part. I was like, yeah, we can leave that part out. I want to live for this one. And so I wrote the song, I recorded it, decided to put it on this record, and my management's asked me, hey man, this is such a specific, storyline. It'd be kind of cool to do a video for it. I said, man, I'm totally up for that. And I said, I know exactly where we have to do it. We have to do it at the Corona Club in Acuna, and it'll be perfect. It'll be great. And he's like, all right, great. So we lined somebody up to film it, very, very talented music video directors out of Austin, and we set that up. I didn't have anybody in mind that I could. I had to have this beautiful Mexican woman, kind of like Salma Hayek, but not like intimidating. And I couldn't think of anybody. But randomly, this beautiful girl who's a model and an actress. She's from Laredo. Her name's Victoria Camila Valdez. We're friends. She's a dear friend of mine now. She messaged me on Instagram. Says, "Hey, I really love your music. I just want to let you know that I have experience in modeling and acting, and if you ever needed me for anything like a music video, I would love to work with you." And I said, "Oh my goodness!" It was like the Lord sent me I was like, "You are perfect. We're actually trying to get this all situated and do this music video as we speak." So we ended up getting her to come out in the thing. Now, this is where the story gets good. So these people that we hired out of Austin that want to shoot this video, they love the song, they love the storyline, they love the history behind the bar itself and stuff. And they insist that we do this video as a one shot, like a one take, which means from the start of the video to the very end, it's all one consecutive shot, which sounds like a good idea until it comes time to actually do it, and you realize that if you mess up just once, the whole thing's ruined. You have to start all over again. So we had to do this whole sequence that we rehearsed and choreographed. And like I said, if you messed up, you had to start over. And it is a waltz, and I have to waltz with this girl. I'm a much better two-stepper than I am at waltzing, just throwing that out there. So I really didn't know what I was doing. But it starts off with me at the end of the bar drinking a beer and a tequila. Now, mind you, I've got my entire family, all my cousins, all my friends. They're all extras in this video. And the only reason I was able to get that many people in the bar that day was because I told them that it was going to be a free bar tab, and all they had to do was show up to the Corona Club and drink for free and act natural. And my God, I had cousins I didn't even know I had show up to that deal. And so we started filming at 10 a.m., and I got all my friends, my family, and everybody, people I went to high school with that I hadn't seen in years. And so I'm drinking a beer and a little shot of tequila, and there's water. The people that were putting in charge of the props were putting water in this shot of tequila so I could actually perform well. And so we do the first take, and then, her and I are a little bit nervous, and one of us I think it was me. I messed it up, and I was like, that's okay, do it again. So we do it a second time, and then, wasn't perfect, so we do it a third time. And at some point in between the second and the third take, it sort of dawns on me that I've been drinking this water, this shot of water, and I don't know who's filling it up with water or where they're getting the water from. And we're in Mexico, folks. Your water source is very, very, very crucial. Thankfully, the person that was in charge of the props actually was indeed filling it up with bottled water, but I didn't know that at the time, so I start kind of freaking out. And I tell the bartender, I say, in between the second and third takes, I lean into him and I say, hey man, give me real tequila on this take because I need to kill whatever I just took 2 shots of water of, man. I'm really kind of freaking out over here. So he's like, okay, and so he gives me real tequila, and then on that third take, I drank the tequila, and again, it was really difficult to nail this thing. So we did it a fourth time, and I guess I forgot to tell him to go back to switching over to water, so he just kept putting tequila in this thing. And I also didn't know that it was going to take 10 times, 11 times before we finally got the right take. So the only reason I'm telling y'all this story is y'all go check it out on YouTube, because I don't remember doing any of it, but I really tried hard, and I put my whole heart and soul into this thing. And, I had to pick up the bar tab at the end of it, and that probably hurt the most. But you know what? It's all in good fun. This is a song of mine called Danced All Night Long.
In the Mexican town of Acuna, Coahuila, I was down at the bar drinking beer and tequila. It was then when I saw the most beautiful senorita walk on through the door. She had a pretty red dress on and a rose in her hair. Every man in the room could not help but stare. I was convinced it was love at first sight, I swear. I knew I'd have to ask her to dance. So we danced all night long. We romanced song after song. Yeah, we danced all night long. Yeah, we did, song after song. We danced all night long. She asked me, ¿Cómo te llamas? And I told her my name. She said, es un gusto conocerte. I told her the same. I guess George Strait was right when he said Mexico's to blame. 'Cause this woman stole my heart right out my chest. When we danced all night long. We romanced song after song. Yeah, we danced all night long. Song after song. We danced all night long. As each song played, we held each other close. Still we danced and we danced till the bar had to close. I looked down at her and said, come on babe, vámonos. And the two of us walked away hand in hand. After we danced all night long. We romanced song after song. Y bailamos toda la noche y nos enamoramos con cada canción. Song after song, we danced all night long.
Thank you. Fellas, good to see you again. That's another thing, folks, that I've experienced on this tour. Ever since they dressed me up in a suit and tie, it's like I kind of start talking like this, doing the whole crooner thing. And I've been saying fellas lately. Just so unlike me, but it happens. How you guys doing? They don't say much. All right, let's do this one.
One, two, three, four.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow's a glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird, here to stay is a new bird, to sing love a song while we stroll along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman, we'll pretend that he's Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no man, but you can do the job while you're in town. Later on we'll conspire as we dream by the fire, to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland.
Oh, man.
In the meadow we can build a snowman, we'll pretend that he's a circus clown. He'll say, are you ready? We'll say, no man, but you can do the job while you're in town. Later on we'll conspire as we dream by the fire, to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland, walking in a winter wonderland, walking in a winter wonderland. I'll blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue this Christmas without you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't be the same, dear, if you're not here with me. And when those blue snowflakes start falling, that's when those blue memories start calling. You'll be doing alright with your Christmas of white, but I'll have a blue, 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 blue Christmas. With your Christmas of white, but I'll have a blue, 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 blue Christmas. You'll be doing alright with your Christmas of white, but I'll have a blue, 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 blue Christmas. I'll have a blue, 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 blue Christmas. Thank you. I did not write that one, but it is a good song. I did write this next one, though. I wrote this song at the very beginning of the pandemic, and I found myself calling a lot of people that I hadn't spoken to in a long time, only to discover they really don't care all that much about me because they would never answer or call me back. So I wrote this song, and then anytime I'd call somebody and they wouldn't answer, I would just sing this entire song and leave it as a voicemail. So there's probably a lot of bootleg recordings of this song, but pretty simple. It's just about calling somebody on the phone and they don't answer. This song's called You Didn't Answer. I'd like to dedicate this song to the kind folks who call you and ask you if you'd like to extend your car's warranty. Tried to call you on the phone, but you didn't answer. Now I'm sitting here at home, babe, I'm all alone, just thinking about you. Don't you know my heart is breaking? It's breaking right in two. All this wine that I've been drinking, babe, it's got me thinking I'll never get over you. don't know where I went wrong, my dear. But you don't care to speak to me. It's clear I tried to call you on the phone, but you didn't answer. Now I'm sitting here at home, babe, I'm all alone, just thinking about you. Don't you know my heart is breaking? Yes it is. It's breaking right in two. And all this wine that I've been drinking, babe, it's got me thinking I'll never get over you. Tried to call you on the phone, babe, but you didn't answer. Now I'm sitting here at home, babe, I'm all alone, just thinking about you. And don't you know my heart is breaking? Yes it is. It's busted up and blue. And all this wine that I've been thinking, babe, it's got me thinking I'll never get over you. All this wine that I've been drinking, babe, it's got me thinking I'll never get over you. Call your mother back, folks. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I thought they just gave me one. Oh yeah, sure. All right. Thank you. All right. Y'all better be keeping up with us because the more you drink, the better we sound. Huh? Oh, honey, you can't. You trying to kill me, or what are you trying to do? Okay, for the band. Yeah. Folks, are y'all having a good time? I hope so. We're having a great time. This is all for a very, very good cause. It means the world to us that y'all are here. If this is your very first time seeing me, I'm glad that you're here. This is not what we typically do. We are indeed a country band trying our best to fake some jazz. But the whiskey helps. Thank you. Oh, this is what's the note? Oh, okay. I'll do my best here. Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Oh, fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
Oh, thank you. That song, I don't know what that song's about. It's something having to do with NASA going into outer space. But this, this next song though is a oh my God, y'all. Whew. This next song though is about a very specific city, a city I've only had the pleasure of visiting a few times in my life. It's a Tony Bennett song, and I would like to dedicate this song to Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, wherever they may be in the world. I hope they're doing good. I'd like to dedicate this song to John Stamos, too, and Bob Saget, may he rest in peace, and the rest of the Full House cast, whose names I'm forgetting at the moment. This is a Tony Bennett song called I Left My Heart in San Francisco. Thank you, honey. That one goes out to you. You know what? Scratch that. I'm dedicating this song to you.
The loveliness of Paris seems somehow sadly gay. The glory that was Rome is of another day. I've been terribly alone and forgotten in Manhattan. I'm going home to my city by the bay. I left my heart in San Francisco, high on a hill. It calls to me to be where little cable cars climb halfway to the stars. The morning fall may chill air. I don't care, my love waits there. In San Francisco, above the blue and windy sea, when I come home to you, San Francisco, your golden sun will shine for me.
Thank you. Mr. Jeremy Walda back here on the drum kit. Mr. Seth Key over here on the guitar. Mr. Frank Gano over here on the piano. James Hurtless over there on the upright bass. Thank you so much. That is becoming my favorite one in the entire set. I love Tony Bennett, and the reason I introduced the band is because, folks, you know, we do this. All of us, we do this professionally for a living, and I'm very grateful to God to be able to say that I've got the coolest job in the world, and my dreams have come true just because people come out to see me play. That still blows my mind. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, I do have the best job in the world, and I love it. I love every second of it. Sometimes it gets a little bit tiring. You know, the touring and the traveling does kind of wear you down sometimes, and that's why I love this next song. This song's beautifully written song. It was a hit twice. First for Michael Bublé, and then Blake Shelton cut this song and made it a hit on the country charts. But I just love it. I relate a lot to it because it's just talks about being homesick and always being on the road and being grateful for being able to do this, but also missing home and your loved ones. So we're gonna play this song. It's called Home. I hope y'all enjoy it. This is a beautiful song.
Another summer day has come and gone away in Paris and Rome, but I wanna go home. No. Maybe surrounded by a million people, I still feel all alone. I just wanna go home. Oh, I miss you, you know. I've been keeping all the letters that I wrote to you, each one a line or two. Fine, baby, how are you? I would send them, but I know that it's just not enough. My words were cold and flat, and you deserve more. Another aeroplane, another sunny place. I'm lucky, I know, but I wanna go home. I've got to go home. Let me go home. I'm just too far from where you are. I wanna go home. I'm living someone else's life. It's like I just stepped outside when everything was going right. And I know just why you could not come along with me. This was not your dream, but you always believed in me. Another winter day has come and gone away, and even Paris and Rome. I wanna go home. Let me go home. And I'm surrounded by a million people. I still feel alone. Let me go home. I've got to go home. Let me go home. run, baby, I'm done. Take me back home. Let me go home. It'll all be alright. I'll be home tonight. I'm coming back home.
Thank you. Is it all right with y'all if I do a little Spanish song? Is that cool? Cool. This is a song that everybody knows and loves, the English version, but the Spanish version also became a very popular hit in the early '70s. And this is my grandmother's favorite song, and I always used to sing it for her when she was still around. And every time I hear this song, it reminds me of her. So we're going to do this song for my grandmother. It's called A Mi Manera, also known as My Way.
El final se acerca ya, lo esperaré serenamente. Ya ves que yo he sido así, te lo diré sinceramente. Viví la inmensidad sin conocer jamás fronteras, jugué sin descansar y a mi manera. Jamás viví un amor que para mí fuera importante. Corté solo la flor y lo mejor de cada instante. Viajé y disfruté, no sé si más que otro cualquiera. Si bien todo esto fue a mi manera, tal vez lloré o tal vez reí, tal vez gané o tal vez perdí. Ahora sé que fui feliz, que si lloré también amé. Puedo seguir hasta el final a mi manera. Quizá también dudé cuando ya más me divertía. Quizá yo desprecié aquello que no comprendía. Hoy sé que firme fui y que afronté ser como era. Y así logré vivir a mi manera. For what's a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the thing
Houston, Texas. My name is William Beckmann. God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you.